Hello, welcome to today's class. I hope you are well, staying healthy, staying active, and enjoying the nice weather that we've got right now. So today we are going to be doing pigeon and plank challenge, and we're going to be doing crow pose. So if you've done crow before, you know it's brilliant for your wrists and your upper arms, and for your balance and concentration. If you haven't done crow pose before, I'll talk you through it. It's fine. Have pillows and cushions around you, and we'll just work with wherever you're at right now. So, as I always like to say, if you've got any injuries, anything that you need to be really aware of, please be mindful of these during the practice. So work within the limitations of your body right now, so don't go pushing yourself. Okay, so thinking about posture, lifting the spine up, roll the shoulders back, just take some nice easy breaths. So we're taking some time just to detach from the day and just connect with ourselves. Raise our self-awareness, so we're cutting out any distractions around us, as best we can, that is. And bringing our focus of our minds to ourselves. So if that means just having awareness of your breath for the first time today, then that's a really good place to start. Maybe you want to check in with how you're feeling today, energy-wise, emotionally. Just observe, don't judge, just have awareness. So quite simply, we're going to interlink our fingers, reach up, so really reach in. Nice breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out through the nose, release the fingers, place them on the mat beside you. Okay, so we're going to do one round of sun salutation. So if you've been doing these classes, and if you've done classes with me before, it should be quite familiar to you. But maybe it's all still a bit mind-blowing and you're going along with instructions, it's totally fine as well. Cool, so we'll come to a standing position at the top of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Breathe in, breathe out, palms to chest. Breathing in, take the hands to the ceiling into a back bend. Breathing out, take the hands, place them on the floor, bending your knees here if you need to. Breathing in, take the right leg back, drop the knee, relax the foot, open up the chest. Holding the breath to plank position. Breathing out, knees, chest, forehead to the mat. Pushing from your toes, breathe in, scoop up so your feet are flat. Curl your toes, breathe out, hips to the ceiling. Breathing in, right leg forward, drop the left knee, relax the left foot. Breathing out, left leg forward into the forward fold. Breathing in, hands to ceiling. Breathe out, palms to chest. Breathing in, hands to ceiling. Breathing out, hands to the mat. Breathing in, left leg back, drop the knee. Hold the breath to plank position. And breathing out, knees, chest, forehead to the mat. Breathing in, scoop up. Curl the toes, breathe out, hips to ceiling. Breathing in, left leg forward, drop the right knee. Breathing out, right leg forward into the forward fold. Breathing in, hands to ceiling. Breathe out, palms to chest. Okay, so we're going to take the legs nice and wide now. So we'll start off in warrior two. So starting with the right foot turned 90 degrees. Left toes turned in slightly. Keeping your shoulders in line with your hips here. Breathing in, arms parallel to the floor. And as you breathe out, dropping into the lunge on the right knee. So check the right knee is above the ankle, not in front of it. And when you're comfortable, looking over your right fingertips. So roll the shoulders back, Release any tension you may have in your facial muscles. Okay, so we're going to straighten the right leg, taking the weight of the hip over to the left, and then we'll take the right hand down so it's resting by the ankle, left arm up to the ceiling. Now for variations, if you need to put your hand on your ankle, on the floor, maybe you need to hold your shin, that's totally fine, it doesn't matter. Really work on opening up your chest here. Get a nice easy breaths in and out. Next breath in, bring the arms up and breathing out. And then next breath in, raising the right arm to the ceiling, left arm dropping to your left thigh. And again, nice easy breaths here. Breathing in, bring it up to neutral. And we'll do the other side, so bring the feet to neutral. And this time the left toes 90 degrees, right toes turned in slightly. Keeping the shoulders above the hips, breathing in, arms parallel, breathing out, drop into the lunge on the left knee now. Again, check in with that knee, and then looking over your left fingertips. This time we're going to straighten the left leg, take the weight of the hip to the right, taking the left hand down so it's resting on the inside of the left ankle, right hand up to the ceiling. And that's where you're looking. So right now I'm looking yet again at some beautiful blue sky. Could get used to this. Next breath in, bring the arms up. And as you breathe out, taking the right hand down to the right thigh, left arm up to the ceiling. And bring the arms back to neutral, feet to neutral. And you can rest the arms by the side. We're going to go into a forward fold. So, depending on where your leg flexibility here, you may want to take your legs a little bit wider. Doesn't matter. Breathing in, take the arms up, and as you breathe out, reach forward and down, and just let your arms and your head just relax, just dangle here. How close your hands get to the floor really doesn't matter. You might be here, that's fine. You might have your hands down. Just relax here. So you'll feel the stretch on the inside of your legs. Maybe the outsides of your ankles. Nice breaths in and out through the nose. And we're going to spider walk our fingers over to the right foot. So notice how the stretch changes in your legs here. For me, it gets a lot more intense on the back of the right shin, around the outside where the ankle is. Spider walk back to centre. And then over to the left side. Spider walk back to centre. And I'm going to take the hands, just place them between the legs. So you're going through the legs, being careful not to fall backwards. If you do, hopefully you've got something soft to land on. So that really intensifies the hamstring stretch on the backs of the legs. And then bringing the hands back. We'll place the hands on the hips, nice and strong through your legs as you keep it straight back and work your way up. Cool. Roll those shoulders back, and then we'll heel toe our feet together. So we're going to go into a squat pose now. So coming down almost like a frog, down onto the balls of your feet here, and then very carefully place your knees so that you've got a V shape going on. Now, right now I've got my toes tucked. That's a really nice stretch for the bottoms of your feet, but if you feel like something's going to ping, or it's really brutal, then just release the feet, sit back on the heels. whichever works for you. There's no right or wrong. So we're going to go into warrior arms. So breathe in, breathe out, palms to chest. Breathing in, take the arms up so they're not directly above you, they're just in front of you. The arms are straight, but the shoulders are drawn down. So imagine someone's got their hands on your shoulders, drawing them down. And then looking up at the little eye shape created between your hands. You can close your eyes here if you wish. And again, nice easy breaths in and out through the nose. You may find the stretch on your toes and the bottoms of your feet getting more intense. If it's really unbearable, please adjust and make your way down onto your heels. Next breath out, bring the palms back to chest, and then we'll take the weight forward onto our hands and give those little feet a shake. Ooh, such a good stretch. Excellent. So now we're going to go into crow practice. So if you haven't done crow before, follow along with what I'm doing, or watch first time just so you get a little sense of what's happening here. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to see clearly enough. So in a squat position on the balls of your feet, what you want to do is place your elbows on the soft part on the inside of your knees. So as you're doing that, you push the elbows out and at the same time drawing the knees inwards. So you've got a real tension going on there. So you spread your fingers nice and wide, turn your hands in slightly, and then in a rocking motion you rock forward onto your hands, and only when you don't need your feet do you take your feet off the floor, and then you're in crow. And you hold this for about 10 seconds, and then make your way back down. Give those wrists a good shake. Sounds simple? Some things to be aware of. What you're not doing is putting your hands down and launching yourself on, because then you're just, with all the weight, you're going to potentially just go completely over the top. It's not a long way to fall, but I don't want you hurting yourselves either. So this is why if you need cushions around you, go and grab them. So the other thing to be aware of is a lot of people get to this point and then they start trying to kick their way into crow. That's not going to work. So what you might be able to see is actually how low my head goes and how high my bum goes in the air. So it feels weird when you do it the first time, but only when you are in the right position. So right now, I need my feet on the floor to balance. But if I just take the weight forward a little bit more, I don't need my toes anymore. So play around with that, keep trying, keep testing how much further, how much higher the bum needs to go, how much lower the head needs to go, being really careful here. You might find your knees slip off your elbow, but if you're really drawing them inwards at the same time as the elbows going outwards, it should really help. But definitely shake those wrists in between. Another variation, if you want to try, is placing the knees on the back of your forearms. So for this one, you do place the weight down first on your hands, and then again you're adjusting how high your bum goes, how low your head goes, until you no longer need your feet on the floor. So maybe that one works a bit better for you. It's a bit uncomfortable on the backs of the arms for some people. I personally prefer that one, but it's just individual choice really. So if you want to keep practicing, try not to do too much, because you really will cause a lot of strain on your wrists if you're not used to doing this. Feel free to pause the video if you want, have a little play around, and then join me when you've finished. So for now, let's crack on. So we will come down onto our backs and give our wrists a little bit of a break here. So we're going to go into half bridge. So for half bridge, feet and knees hip width apart. Bring your heels just close enough so that if you're reaching with your hands, the tips of your fingers can just touch your heels. And then relax the arms by your side. Then as we breathe in, taking those hips up to the ceiling, rolling the weight back onto your shoulders here, and keeping your knees parallel with your hips, avoiding the temptation for them to kind of wander out to the side. If you want, you can interlink your fingers, tuck those shoulders in a little bit more, which enables you to get even higher. When you're in half bridge, keep looking up to the ceiling, try not to turn your head. Again, just easy breaths here. You're really working your thighs, your glutes, whilst opening up your chest. So from here, we're going to take the right leg up to the ceiling, keeping the left leg nice and strong. So you're keeping those hips lifted upwards, and then placing that foot back down. And then we'll do the same with the left leg, reaching the hips up, and resting the left foot down. If you've got your hands interlinked behind your back, release them. And then very slowly, vertebra by vertebra, make your way down. And when your hips touch the floor, hug it out nice and tight in a releasing pose. So nose to knees, if it's okay on your neck. If you've got neck issues, just keep your head rested on the floor. Nice deep breaths here. Okay, so we're going to rock forwards and backwards. And then bring yourself into a seated position. And we're going to make our way onto all fours because we're going to go into plank challenge. Well, we're not on all fours, are we? I'm just sat on my feet right now, on my knees. So we're going to start in plank. Obviously, we're starting in plank, we're doing plank challenge. So we're going to decide, first of all, which plank you want to do for your plank challenge. So is it the one with the arms extended? Are you going to do it on your elbows? Are you going to do side plank with leg up, in whichever position works for you? Yeah, make the decision. And again, you can always pause the video if you want to do a good 3-4 minute plank. Depends where you're at. I'm going to be roughly timing it, not very exact science at all, but we'll just see how we get on. Okay, so decide on your plank position, and we will start now. So if you are in a down facing plank, bring your abs up, tuck your tailbone under. If you've got anyone around you right now that can tell you, is your bum too high, is your bum too low? Sounds like a song, doesn't it? Just try and get a little bit of feedback. You want to be pretty neutral here. Keep breathing. See if you can relax your hands, relax your facial muscles. There's no need to hold any stress that you don't need to. It's wasted energy. Okay, so we're going to do maybe 10-20 seconds more. Like I said, it's not an exact science right now. I have no timepiece on me. So we're going to make our way down. So onto your knees and down onto your stomach and resting in crocodile. So arms as a pillow or arms by your side. Big toes together. Just let your ankles drop out to the side. Fully relax here after the work you've done in plank. Okay, so we're going to simply do bow pose now. So bending the knees, holding the ankles on the outside as we breathe in. And as I've said before, If this is already a challenge for you, then stick here. Don't try and go any further, don't strain anything. So as you breathe in, lifting up as high as you can, if you can, and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, really good for opening the chest up, 4, good for the hip flexor stretch, 3, keep breathing, 2, have you noticed I'm dragging it out, 1, and relax, good work. Plant the hands down, slide back into extended child's pose. So keep those arms reaching out front, get a really good stretch through your back. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. And then release the arms resting by your side and turn it into a resting pose. And very slowly, we're going to unfurl and make our way up. And when you're up, roll the shoulders back. And we're going to go into pigeon now. So we're near the end of today's class, but really wanted to get pigeon in because it's such a good one for releasing the hips, getting such a good stretch through the hip flexor at the front as well. So we'll come back to plank, although not for very long at all, don't panic. So we'll start first of all with the right knee to the right elbow, cross the foot over and rest the right knee just behind your right wrist. So we're going to drop the left knee to the floor, extend the leg out the back and sit nice and tall on the hands here. So just to point out, it doesn't matter how far round your foot gets. So some people might have it pretty straight up next to the left hand. That's not me, and I don't want you overdoing it and trying to do that because you might unnecessarily strain your knee, your right knee. So it's just work with your body here and your flexibility. So again, play with your hips, make sure you're feeling that stretch through the right hip and the right butt. Maybe you're not, maybe your left hip flexor is tighter here and that's where you're feeling it. Some people feel it on the calf muscle, some people feel it on the inner thigh. It really depends on your body. Play around with your hip positioning. And we're going to make our way down onto our knees. If this is really tense for you and it's really hard and you're feeling quite stressed by it all, do what you can just to breathe in, breathe out through your nose, relax and ease into the stretch, but don't overdo it. So if you're comfortable doing so, extend the arms, rest the forehead on the mat. And slowly make your way back to your elbows, back to your hands, and this time we'll bend the left knee and hold the ankle on the outside. So you're getting a nice stretch down the left quad. And release the foot, plant the hands down, take the right leg up to the ceiling, give it a good shake, and drop into downward dog, our first one of today. Give it a nice pedal out here if you wish. And then reaching forward into plank, and we'll do the other side. So left knee to left elbow, cross the foot over, place the left knee behind the left wrist, drop the right knee to the floor, extend the leg, and sit nice and tall, really paying attention to your hip positioning here. So feeling that stretch through the right hip. Noticing a lot more greenery and the trees and the bushes behind me. And then making our way down onto our elbows. Try not to roll your hips inwards or outwards, try and keep them square still. I did a good bike ride yesterday in a gorgeous sunny afternoon, and I'm really feeling it through my glutes, so this is a brilliant stretch for me right now. And if you're comfortable doing so, extend the arms, rest the forehead on the mat. And bringing it back to your elbows, back to your hands, and this time bending the right knee, holding the ankle on the outside for the quad stretch. Sorry if you can hear the background noise. Neighbours doing some DIY. And release the foot, plant the hands down, this time leg left. Left leg even, up, give it a good shake, and drop back into downward dog. Nice, pedal out. And then dropping onto your knees, crossing your feet over, rolling back onto your bum. And then we will end the class, so as always, feel free to take this time in Shavasana, so lying on your back, legs hip or mat width apart, just let the ankles drop out to the side, closing your eyes, taking some nice deep breaths, connecting with your body again, seeing how you're feeling after the work we've been doing. You may want to just focus on your breath for a few minutes. You may want to visualize taking yourself somewhere you find really relaxing and calming. Either way, whatever you choose to do right now, just want to say thank you for joining me today. Any questions or comments, please add them below. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.